All right, ready?
Welcome back to another episode of
Holes in your
Holes
drywall.
in Your Drywall.
Dry in your
And
whole wall. Wall in your
yeah,
hole dry.
and guess what, Reed?
Was good
We made it somehow by God's grace
to 20
to
episodes.
20 episodes.
I never thought we'd make it.
And it's really not because of us, because Reed has tried to quit on me several times, and
Several times.
uh, it's because of you fans. You
Mm-hmm.
know, uh, this is why we do what we do. Some people compare this to the NBA.
Mm-hmm. Other people compare it to the Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Why Atlanta? I was thinking Beverly Hills, baby.
I mean, you think we're that bougie? Let us know what Real Housewives we are.
Yeah,
After the intro music.
once you think about it in the intro, that rolls right now.
You're listening to the Holes in Your Drywall podcast. Featuring Reid and Aaron Hole.
Yeah, if you could be on any Real Housewives of so and so show, what would it be, and why would it be New Jersey?
uh, because Real Housewives of New Jersey might as well be our favorite show,
Yeah.
Jersey Shore.
Can you imagine if they put
Jersey Shore. Jersey Shore.
Snooki, JWoww, and probably not Sammy anymore, but just on the Real Housewives of
I can't believe they haven't already, because why wouldn't you if you have this wonderful person at your disposal?
Okay, well, FBI agent, I know you're listening once again.
Hmm.
And if you somehow turn this in to Bravo,
Amazon's listening to this. Hey, Jeff Bezos, get Snooki on Real Housewives. We
you
need
know
more
what
Snooki.
you know what I heard a thing about Jeff Bezos.
What?
So like when Amazon was like super small or like growing, I guess,
Hmm.
he used to like be the one that like would get the complaints. Essentially, where like if you wanted to complain about like an Amazon product, it'd be like, all right, email Jeff at Amazon. Yeah,
Amazon.com.
that's it. And then he would like read through them and then just send them to like the departments. Can you imagine just like the owner, just like Jeff Bezos, send it to you, just
But
like
he started it, so that means he appointed himself to
as
customer
owner?
service.
No, he would just get them. That's the thing. And then like get the
Mm.
complaints so he could go through them, and then like just sending them to employees, just like, hey, what the heck is this? Said your prime shipping took 6 days. I don't know. I'd be very scared if like our CEO was just like forwarding emails. No,
Email.
individually like sending emails to people.
Well, I mean, I imagine they had 3 employees at that time, maybe more, but who knows?
Hey, what's your email address? And like, why is it read at gmail.com? I wonder if that's a thing, you know?
I don't think you can have an at sign.
No, you don't have an at. You
Oh,
you
read
put
at
at.
Gmail.
Just
That would
imagine.
be pretty legendary.
Yeah,
I sent an email to my friend Bob at bobgoff.com the other day.
yeah,
Yeah, I called Bob Goff again, and he answered again.
yeah.
And
Because
I
he says he
asked,
always will, or not
yeah,
always, but
yeah. So I was just calling my friend who's a 3-time New York Times bestseller, and
uh-huh.
I was talking to him about the school that he started in Uganda that I helped
You interested
start.
in going?
But I helped start it by buying his book. Yeah, I am
You
interested.
gonna enroll?
um, well, I was hoping that I could join the soccer team and then work my way up from there. But
Uh-huh.
I wanted to do photo stories of the kids working there, and he was so kind. He forwarded me to another lady who kindly said, "Yeah, we'll get back to you if we have an opportunity in the future." So
So it sounds pretty good. Did you tell him about
yeah,
this
I'd say my
podcast?
chances are really, really horrible. I did not tell him about this podcast.
You told him
I
your
should
email
have, though.
was read at gmail.com.
No, I said it was read at hotmail.com.
Oh, read it
'Cause
at
I'm a-
hotmail at gmail.
I have a Hotmail. Can you imagine being a grown adult with a Hotmail? I run into people at my job when I email them their receipt that say they have a Hotmail, and the first thought that goes through my mind is you're homeless because obviously you don't have a job and a Hotmail account.
Would you rather have like be a grown adult,
Hmm.
say more grown than you are now because just graduated,
Yeah.
say like mid-30s? Would you
Mhm.
rather have a Hotmail account, or would you have like one of the accounts that you made in like 11, like at age 11, but like at Gmail?
Well, my first email, my friend made it for me because I was kind of too scared to, and it was reid.210@live.com. My number in football was 21, and my number in basketball was 0, and it was live.com, and I
210.
used it to email girls, and
What?
in 5th grade.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did. It was good.
You went around asking people for their emails.
No, they asked me for my email, Aaron. That's the difference between you and me.
Was it like, in the yearbooks you would just you'd write read whatever
reid.210
at
at
gmail at
live.com.
gmail.com.
Or in this example, it would be reid.210@gmail.com,
Read
which I think has a good ring to it.
at gmail at hotmail at live.com.
Let me ask you something.
Uh-huh.
Would you rather have an at Hotmail or $1 million? Or it's a package deal.
Okay.
Either you can have a Gmail or you can have a Hotmail with $1 million attached to it.
Okay, and that's like my only email. Like I
Yes.
got, when people contact me for the podcast because they're interested in being on it and host and like, having advertisements.
And giving us money
Yes, that's the main thing. That's how we
and punching holes in our walls. Why do people think that they're allowed to do that? Just because we host a show called Holes in Your Drywalls, they think they
I'd
can just come
probably
over and
take
put holes in it?
probably take the $1 million in the Hotmail. I'd
Nope.
probably
See,
just suck it
here's
up.
your problem. Here's your problem. You're not thinking about it. You're not
Okay.
thinking about it because all the business deals that you're going to lose with that Hotmail, if you have a Gmail, exponentially more money. I'm going to keep my Gmail and I'm going to have $2 million more dollars than you.
That's no.
That's
Because like I guess if you had 2 million, you could probably buy like a good light setup for the podcast for those watching on YouTube.
yeah. If I had 2 million, I could do that. Was that a subtle jab?
Yeah.
Because
No, that was
I
a
really
quite
don't like it when
indirect
you do it
jab.
in front of the audience like this, dude. Come on. You know I'm insecure about my lighting.
I mean, you only had 20 weeks to fix it.
Wow. More than 20 weeks, actually. Can you guys believe we've been doing this for 20 weeks?
I can't believe this.
Mm-hmm. And you know what I've learned in the past 20 weeks, Aaron?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
People really just want us to be funnier.
I know. Yeah.
Hey, Reid, be funnier. Have better lighting. Be cuter. Stop balding. Why are you so pale? Are you albino? Just,
Are you gay? I see that one a lot in the YouTube comments.
oh,
It's just Reid gay.
who says that?
Some dude named Dustin Whipple, apparently.
Oh, well, tell him I said Foles is the worst band I've ever heard. They make elevator music that's so mellow. It doesn't even, how do you even pay attention to it? It's so mellow. It's like,
actually, no.
it's like
it was
listening to Glizzy Water.
It was actually Neil that's been saying that.
Well, I don't even know who this Neil guy is, and no one else that's
He was
listening to
a
this knows
guest.
who he is. Yeah, no.
On the
My
last-
point exactly. None of our audience know who Neil
Dude,
is. So
nobody's gonna want to come on this if we're just bad mouthing our guests.
I don't want to come on this because you're bad mouthing me when you're over there looking like Glizzy Water.
Oh, look, somebody learned a new word.
Yeah, and you didn't hear it the first time, so I figured I'd bring it back. For
No,
the people
I
that
did hear
did,
it.
for the people that did hear it both times, I'm sorry.
Like Glizzy. Yeah, you on
Yeah.
TikTok? Is that what it is?
No,
Dude,
I'm not on TikTok.
let's talk about that TikTok.
At
that
Reid
you-
Hot Chili Pepper.
Nobody cares
Oh.
because it's TikTok and none of our followers listen or watch
Yeah.
TikTok.
All of our followers are Vine loyalists, or they are not welcome to listen to this any further.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
So I saw this TikTok that while I was on the Vine app, there was a TikTok posted to it, and so I sent it to Aaron, and
it's longer than 6 seconds. What the heck?
yeah. So it's basically this guy. He lives in a nice van, and it's like a big, heavy-duty van, probably
Like a
$70,000 van.
yeah.
And the caption is, what does a full-time van lifer do for work? This is the simple way I make money on the road. And so he basically goes on to explain how he just hustles people, just rips them all off. So he'll copy the, a picture from from Walmart's website and then post it onto eBay. So say he'll take a dresser from Walmart, put it onto eBay, and he'll mark up the price like 200%. And then after someone buys it, he'll then buy it from Walmart and ship it straight to their address. So he doesn't keep any of the inventory. So he literally can't lose money doing this because he's not buying it up front. He's waiting for people to buy it before he purchases it. But he's just ripping people off.
Yeah. I mean,
And so
very shady.
the example that he uses is
It was a
a dresser,
38 dresser,
38
$38 dresser from Walmart. Put it on eBay for what, 66 or something?
68. Yeah. And then the top comment is, in quotes, I make my living ripping people off. And then the next comment is, why would you say this out loud? And then my favorite comment is like the fifth most liked one. It says, move in silence, bro. But
I mean, I don't think I'd be able to live like that. Ripping people off, first off. Van, that would be a cool thing. But like, then again, it's on other people for like not doing research of an item and just seeing. First off, eBay. You straight up buy things on eBay, like a dresser.
eBay is the home of ripping people off. One of our good friends sold a DJI Mavic drone on there, which is probably worth 700, 600 bucks.
Mm-hmm.
He sold it for 400, so the guy got a good deal on it. And then the guy files a claim saying that he got ripped off and then sent our friend back a stapler that had some stuff glued onto it, so it was about the same weight as a drone. So he was just scammed out of that drone.
So I mean, I don't know how people can live like that.
Mm-hmm.
I would feel guilty and just I'd hate my life. If you're doing that, if you do that and listen to this, please stop.
Or come onto this podcast so we can grill you about it.
Yeah, please DM us on Instagram so we know. But yeah.
Yeah, we're definitely not doing that.
We need help with the business end. I can't do it. Reid doesn't do anything.
Hey, are you saying something over there? I can't hear you.
No. Please, No, yeah, dude.
Oh, there you are. Your audio cut out for a second there. So
I've been
about
had
the van.
that.
Oh, I may have had that. About the van life thing. I went into college thinking, well, first off, I wanted to take a gap year. And then when that didn't work out, I was set on after college moving into a van and being a full-time photographer. So that's what I told everyone. But then I realized living in a van, you're living alone. And amongst other things, you don't have a bathroom or a shower or anything like that. But my biggest beef with it was you're just living alone. And also, I kind of get tired of driving.
Yeah, but that's why you can sit in the place, and live. But then, yeah, I don't think Natalie would love to live in a van.
No, and
so it's her or the van.
Well, no, she has said that we could have a van and a house. Some of my friends just got married and they spent a full year restoring an Airstream. It's called @JennyTheAirstream on Instagram if you want to keep up with their adventures. And so, yeah, they live in this Airstream, and husband and wife, I don't know where they shower. They probably don't, or maybe they go swim in a pond. But isn't it cool how living like that is now trendy and hipster when it used to just mean you were poor? Now you can be cool. You don't have to be a trailer park hippie.
But are they doing it just for clout?
Well, it makes a whole lot of financial sense if you're not throwing money away renting, like you, idiot, stupid, renting.
Yeah,
why didn't you just buy the house?
Yeah, first house, definitely wanted to buy it. But
Yeah.
here's the
I,
thing. They're
yeah, I
not.
bought this house with this married couple, so we own it 3 ways.
Yeah, makes sense. I'd get kicked out half the time. No.
Hey, do you
But
think you'll ever own a dog after you're a
um
homeowner?
it's possible, yeah. I mean, I like animals. I love cats. I'd love to have a cat with me right now because they're pretty low maintenance, but both my
Mhm.
roommates are allergic. So I've settled for plants. I got like 4 plants now. I'm a big
Yeah.
plant guy.
You know what you could do?
Yeah.
Get a porcupine.
Why? How would that settle anything? And also,
They're not
can you
allergic to
legally
porcupines.
own one?
Yeah. Or illegally. Why does it matter? If you had one,
Well, if
what
we're
are you
just
gonna
putting it
do?
out there
Try
on
to?
the podcast, that's the
What are
thing.
they? Are the police gonna come and confiscate it? No, it would hit them with the spikes. That's the cool part.
Have you thought about this? Are you gonna sell Melly for a porcupine?
No, I'm gonna have both. Unless Melly and the porcupine don't get along, then I'm gonna see who in a fight to the death lasts, and I'll keep
Melly's
the winner.
definitely not the alpha.
Well, she could maybe run away long enough that the porcupine would die of exhaustion after chasing it.
So what was your point in bringing this up? Just a porcupine? You went from a dog to a porcupine?
Well, we talked about home ownership, and then I thought, what are you gonna have in your home?
I'd love to have a cat, honestly.
Hey, have I ever told you about my first 2 pets?
No. So my first pet was named Rocky, and this is a cat that lived. His name was Rocky, but he goes by Bubba.
He goes by Bubba.
As I told Reid once, and he's forever said that. This cat just would not die. He was like 18 or 19. And my mom was saying he was gonna die for like the last 6 years of his life.
Yeah, 19 years old is an old freaking cat. Well, here's the thing. When Aaron introduced me to Bubba,
Yeah.
he goes, "Yeah, this is my cat, Rocky," but he goes by Bubba, as if it was his choice,
It was.
as if Rocky was like, "Hey, man, Rocky's kind of." I'm not getting really down with Rocky. It's kind of hurting my game with the ladies. Could you just call me Bubba, dude? Like, really think that? I really think the house cats would like me more if you called me Bubba.
I
Like
don't
my
know,
friends at
man.
school call me Bubba.
Okay, what about your first two
Side note.
pets?
Okay, well I'll get there,
If you're
but
gonna be done crapping on my dead cat,
no, I got one more thing to roast him with. I feel
Bro,
like a
you're
lot
gonna
of
roast my dead cat? Does
mhm,
that make you big boy? Huh? You wearing your big boy pants?
all I was gonna say is I know 2 other people that use the nickname Bubba for their pets, and
Yeah.
one's a poodle, and the other is a King Cavachon, which is a very cute dog. But my first 2 pets. So I wanted pets my whole life. Wanted snakes, geckos, dogs. Wasn't allowed to have any of it because I lived underneath a Joe Tater ship. Just kidding, Dad. I love you.
Lived under Mr. Hut.
Yep.
The only pet
I
you could
lived
have
under
was
the red
pizza.
roof, and you know there's strict food laws around pizza that you just can't have hair floating in the air. And my mom didn't want to buy crickets, which I don't blame her. So I could have 2 goldfish, and what I got, they're called pearl scale goldfish, which if you're listening to this, Google it. It looks like their cheeks are full, and they're almost in the shape of just a circle. They're called pearl scales. And I was in 4th grade, and you're not going to believe this. I named them BJ and Lil D, not thinking either of the
Little
names,
J?
Lil D,
Oh.
Lil D. And I didn't think either of them were innuendos for anything. Those were the 2 names I want. But can you believe that? Both of them. And my brother's friends would always make fun of me, and I didn't know why until I turned 21. Then I figured it out.
Yeah, what do
But
those mean?
well, I turned 21, and then I'll figure out is what I meant to say. I still don't know.
Oh.
But yeah, other cool pets I've owned. I caught a snake with some of my friends, and we named it Shaq, and kept it in a fort that we built out of 2x4s in one of my friends' backyards. Shaq the snake, and then freshman year of college, I
We've talked about this, but yeah.
I randomly came into $50, and so I bought a gecko and named it Shaquille Gecko Neal. And then
Kept it in the dorm secretly.
mhm. My RA, she was from Nepal. Her name was Ashruta. And whenever she came into the room, Shaquille went into my closet.
I always wanted like a leopard gecko when I was growing up. Honestly, I thought they were cool,
Well, now you're grown up and you can get it. So
but that's a lot of work. Plants are pretty easy. You just feed them like once or twice a week.
yeah,
And they're
but you have to
free.
keep them under the sun.
Um, Kinda. Look at this. Look at this bad boy. Money tree. I'm literally growing money on this.
Uh-huh.
That's why they
Uh-huh.
call it a money tree.
That's why they call it a hotmail plant.
Why? Hey, so I've been watching Game of Thrones. I wanted to. I finally sat down.
Sinner.
Yeah.
Sinner.
G Blizz. Shout out to him. He got me on his HBO Max.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, well now I can finally put in the time because that's a reason I didn't want to watch
You should
it.
watch Hard Knocks. Hard Knocks is good.
Game of Thrones, man, like every character I know and like just is I know it's gonna die because they're kind of like that. The Walking Dead. I'm sure you watched the first couple of seasons, right? As
Yeah.
everyone did.
Walking Dead
And
was
like
awesome.
how anyone can die, basically, except for Rick.
And Carl.
Yeah, Carl.
Um,
But
yeah.
there's just I'm not gonna let you talk because you haven't watched it and you're gonna try and change the subject.
No, I have a funny story about Game of Thrones actually. So
Okay, well, nudity is very abundant, and I like to skip that part and get straight to the people chopping off heads and the actual plot. But man, oh man,
good for
is
you.
there incest is literally like on the back of their hand, and it's cool, I guess. I don't. It was a weird time back then.
Yeah, I'm gonna pray for you watching that.
Thank you, man. Means a lot.
But no, one time I went to a Catholic mass with my family.
Oh, one
and
time?
not one, well, this certain time when I went, I can't remember if it was Christmas or not, but the priest was talking in his homily about what you consume and watch, and he specifically name dropped Game of Thrones. He said, "There's this one show in particular named Game of Thrones," and yeah, ever since then, I've been too good of a person to watch it, so I'll pray for you.
I mean, it's a really good show, and
I've heard
I
the
just
ending's awful.
yeah. Oh no, I've heard
Just
the
horrible.
last two
Just not even
seasons.
worth it.
Like, I'm probably never gonna watch the last like season 8 because I just know it's horrible, and I may have seen some spoilers on Twitter.
Oof.
But
Ouch.
well, I mean, like this was a time where it's like, yeah, I'm never gonna put in like the actual time to watch it, but now I have because I've got all this single time, and that's what I'm doing.
And working from home.
Because I'm single, up in KC.
And he's single. So
I'm also
if you want
not desperate. Gonna throw that out there.
he's also not dating anyone.
That's true. Yeah. Game of Thrones, incest abundant, nudity abundant,
Hey,
chopping off heads.
you know who else is a product of incest? Skip Bayless.
Like actually?
No, but so Skip Bayless is one of my least favorite talking heads on ESPN, and I heard this quote from him that he said this May 9th, 2014. He said, "Johnny Manziel will be bigger in Cleveland than LeBron ever was."
Yeah.
Boy, was he right.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even know who LeBron is at this point. He disappeared in the playoffs, but we're not going to get to that yet. We got to.
Oh, we'll get to the playoffs, you loyal babes. Gotta save it to the end, though. Yeah. That for the girls that are here, we got to keep the first 25 minutes about Aaron's singleness and his long dancer's legs. Hey, another fun football fact. So Jamarcus Russell, one of the biggest draft busts ever.
Dude got to like 300 pounds. Did you know that?
Yeah, he got huge. But another anecdote about him is they were suspicious that he wasn't watching film or doing the assignments that he was supposed to do. So they gave him an empty tape and told him to study it and learn the Blitz package. And he brought it back to them and told them that he did it and learned it, but it was empty. So he never even opened it.
Yeah, that explains why he's not in the league anymore.
That and the 300 pounds thing. Yeah, I would say that.
Dude, shout out to Alex Smith for like coming back.
Mhm.
Probably when you shouldn't. You know, it's kind of like the SpongeBob thing. Like, how many times do we have to teach you, old man? Like, the dude broke his leg, almost died from sepsis in the hospital, and then recovered from everything. And it's like, I'm coming back. And it's like, maybe we should reconsider, man.
Mm, nope. And then you have an almost fully healthy Andrew Luck over here that's just like, I'm not having fun anymore. It kind of hurts.
I mean, it's
I'm
very
just kidding.
fair.
I mean,
Yeah,
yeah.
dang.
I
You're
mean,
gonna
yeah.
throw some shots. That's
Hey,
cool too.
would you rather be a good linebacker in the NFL
I'd rather have
or an elite kicker in the NFL? Which one would you rather be?
Probably elite. Well, thinking, yeah, I actually
think
kind
I
of
would
like
go
my brain, so I'm gonna go kicker.
Yep.
I don't want. I'm thinking about my life after football, and definitely kicker. So what? I miss a field goal. The game, we lose the game. I
Yeah,
get a few death threats on Twitter. It's fine.
So what? I'm the reason that my city isn't going to the Super Bowl.
It's fine because like after that, people are gonna forget. You make one, they're gonna be like, "Wow, I can't even believe this guy lost us a game once."
See, I don't think it's that easy because I was the reason that Fidel lost the championship game in soccer my sophomore year, and people still bring it up to me. So
People don't forget. So
I would
you're
like
saying
to.
you'd be a linebacker?
No, I'm saying I'd be a kicker.
Okay.
Just the longevity of the career, you can't argue with that. And I feel like, yeah, linebackers make more money, but over time, you could probably not have permanent brain damage.
Yeah, and you're also hopefully going to be in the league longer, so then therefore money catches up.
Yeah. Hey, who's your least favorite musical artist? Let us know. Hey, travelers, let us know who your least favorite musician is.
Probably. Well, I have to think about that.
Is it Rebecca Black?
Oh,
is it Carly Rae Jepsen? Is it One Direction? Because they're pretty awful.
Wow. Okay. Now that all the 1D fans, now that we only have guys here because you just insulted all the women.
Yeah. Can we talk about how overrated Harry Styles is?
Hey.
Just makes basic pop music, is just good looking, and so people love him.
It's kind of like Lana Del Rey.
Oh, she is not that good. Have you seen her SNL performance? Hey, everyone, go out there and look up Lana Del Rey's
after this podcast
2014 SNL performance. It is miserable.
I can't even think of like a person that I don't like to listen to because I don't listen to them.
Foles?
Probably Foles. I've never listened to them.
I think your brain's too small for Tame Impala, so you can maybe say Tame Impala.
No. I got a big boy brain. Big boy gang moves. Oh, yeah, Reid?
I don't know about that. Hey, have you listened to Miley Cyrus's new song?
No, we're gonna keep talking about the brains. Do we need to talk about after college success?
What about it?
College grades, high school grades.
What about them?
Mastermind of the podcast.
I'm just gonna say, my head is bigger than yours, therefore my brain is bigger.
No, I don't know if that's true.
Can you imagine though? Just take this trip with me.
We both have pretty big heads.
We do have big domes. Take this trip with me though. Imagine.
Okay.
The year is 2030.
I thought you were gonna say 3,000.
The year is 2030, and COVID has wiped out all the small brains, and now your brain is directly correlated to your size. So the bigger you are, the smarter you are. Can you imagine how awful that would be? They would just be super people. Like
Taco
every
Fall.
all the 7-footers
Yao
would
Ming.
be the biggest, most intimidating, but also the smartest people. And like, there's no way around it. Like, if I'm 6'1" and you're 6 foot, I'm smarter. It's just that's how it works.
You know, I
What would you do as a short, small brain person?
as a short king then, I couldn't tell you. Probably be making another podcast about short kings and how they're better.
Starting an uprising, trying to assassinate all 7-footers.
I'm not okay. We're not talking about genocide of a whole of a height class.
I'm just saying. Did you know that it's like 13% of 7-footers in the U.S. are in the NBA? That's insane. 13%.
So what are the other 80, 87 doing? Why aren't they in the NBA?
In 2030, they'll be ruling the world as politicians. I'll tell you
This
that
isn't
much.
gonna happen. But like, what if it was the year 3000? Like, and
But
just like the
not
Jonas Brothers came out of nowhere.
not much had changed. But we did
Your
live underwater.
great granddaughter is doing fine.
Dude, if you say another word about my great granddaughter, I swear I'll quit this podcast forever.
You know what?
Back off, man. Have some respect.
I'm just saying. I went to the year 3000.
You didn't have
So
to do
why did
that.
they live underwater? Makes no sense.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
ever seen Meet the Robinsons? They're not underwater.
that's a good point. That is a
If you
good
could
point.
choose your favorite cartoon movie,
Movie?
animated. Oh, sorry. What would
Well,
it be, and why would it be B movie?
well, I've never seen the B movie, but I did once use the entire script to the B movie as an
How have you
Instagram quote.
How have you not seen the B movie?
I'm too focused on being kind and
I,
being a productive person to watch
tomorrow at
to
work, if
be
you're not
watching the
busy.
B movie.
Okay, stop this. That was a B joke. Aha.
Oh man, I love comedy.
Yeah. How come we don't get more listeners?
That's freaking
top tier,
good.
with freaking top tier comments like this.
That was freaking good. Favorite animated movie is Surf's Up because you just learn so much about life through that. Shia
I
LaBeouf.
don't think I ever watched that. I'll be honest.
Okay, well, Shia LaBeouf is a penguin named Cody Maverick who is
What a
trying to get
name.
off. Yeah, he's trying to get off his home island and go compete in surf contests. And while he is off on this new island surfing, he accidentally knocks himself out, and the lifeguard takes him home to her hut to take care of him because he was
I'm interested.
yeah, And while she takes him home,
Keep going.
her uncle starts to take care of him, and he's like this curmudgeon that will not leave the hut.
I'm close.
And about 45 minutes later, you learn that his uncle is the best surfer to ever lived, named Big Z, and the guy faked his own death after he lost his last surf competition.
And
And
then
basically, what I learned from that movie,
is
and
Surf
these are the
Up.
words of Big Z, is you can't fight the waves. You can't fight these big waves, cuh.
I'm too drunk to taste this chicken.
That was the first time I had heard the word cuh be used,
Cuh.
and been using it ever since.
Okay. We're at 35 minutes. Let's go ahead and get into the NBA podcast. This is what
Thank
This is what
goodness.
they came for.
Yeah. No, we're just wasting the first 35 minutes so we can talk about what we wanted to talk about.
Yeah, you think
See
we
ya,
actually,
ladies.
actually care about the first part of this podcast?
No.
No.
Okay, so playoffs started on Monday.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about the games that have happened so far.
It is Wednesday when we're recording this, so it might be a little dated when it comes out on Friday. When
good
we
point.
make bold picks about the Blazers taking the Lakers.
7 games.
You think 7 games?
I think the Lakers win in 7.
Oh.
What do you think?
I still think the Lakers are going to win. I think 6.
You think 6?
I mean, would I be mad if the Trailblazers won? No, not at all. But I don't think they're going to be able to win.
See, I can't decide who I'm rooting for because part of me is like, yeah, the Blazers are the small guy. I like rooting for an underdog. I love Damian Lillard. But then the other half of it is just my complete love and adoration for LeBron James that I can't look past. So I don't know. I really
Yeah.
don't. But next matchup we're going to talk about Jazz and Nuggets. Who do we think is going to win? Currently, the series is tied 1-1.
I mean, I'm gonna say Denver, but I thought Utah did a good job today because I didn't think they honestly
Mm-hmm.
went by that much. I don't know. They're kind of the same team in a way if you think about it, except, well, I mean, like they have pretty good big guys. Jokic is obviously way more talented on the offensive end.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
They just
don't
have
like,
They both have a superstar big and a superstar guard.
yeah, all-star.
And today, uh, I'm gonna go with the Nuggets winning in 6. Even though today was very disheartening uh, for my Nuggets prediction because the Nuggets had a better field goal percentage, a better 3-point percentage, and out rebounded and still lost by 20 points, which is just wild to me. They just didn't have any bench production.
I think it's weird in the bubble because like you don't have any of the atmosphere. I mean, talking about for the playoffs, and
Mm-hmm.
it's like nothing really changes in between the games except for the fans. So like, I think most of these could go, except for Brooklyn and Toronto, they're gonna destroy them. But could go 6 or 7 games.
Yeah, not the Celtics 76ers, though. The Celtics are going to
Ooh,
sweep the Sixers.
I had hope for like a good matchup, but
And then Ben
good
Simmons getting hurt.
freaking good gravy.
Yeah, no, Celtics are going to sweep. And the Sixers are the most talented bad team I think I've ever seen. The construction of the team just doesn't work. But they have 3 All-Stars and Tobias Harris, who I think could be an all-star if he was on a bad team and was forced to take more shots, even though he's been playing awful as of late. I think he has that kind of potential if it had to be brought out of him.
I want the Sixers to win because I really enjoy Matisse Thybulle's vlogs.
And I wanted to keep going.
So like, even though don't I don't like Simmons and I don't really enjoy Embiid that much,
I love Joel.
I want to keep going. That's the thing because I am rooting for Thibault now. Tobias Harris seems like a good character
Mm-hmm.
on and off the court, and so is Kyle O'Quinn.
Yeah, well, those are the guys that Matisse has been hanging out with in his vlog.
Yeah, that's why I like those guys now.
Yeah, I think that's like the good guy group of the team because like I know Tobias Harris is a Christian.
Where's Mike Scott?
Yeah, why aren't they hanging out with the guy with emojis tattooed all over his neck?
Yeah. Dude, Heat Pacers though.
Oh,
I think that's going to be a good series.
That is a good one. I'm going to take the Heat in 6.
I'm taking Heat in 7 after yesterday's, because they lost Oladipo in the second quarter and still kept it close the whole time.
Yeah, I mean, he got poked in the eye and nothing was really wrong with him,
He
which
went to the
makes me
hospital.
think he just didn't really want to play because, he said, "Hey, I'm not going to play in the bubble. I don't want to." And they were like, "Well, you're not hurt, so you're not going to get paid if you don't play." And he goes, I think I'm going to play.
The money
Yeah,
does a little talking. A little more.
actually, I'm not that hurt. I'm
my
Victor
God.
Oladipo, and I decided I'm not hurt anymore.
Dude, so I got Magic in 4.
Also, they don't have Sabonis. But yeah, Magic sweeping.
Magic sweep.
The Magic also stole the first game against the Raptors last year, so I'm guessing everyone
what I
just is
said, yeah.
underestimating them so much.
But I think that's what everybody's saying. They're just discounting, like writing it off, like, oh well, they did this last year, so it's not gonna be.
And I'm not gonna lie, last year when it happened, I was like, okay, the Raptors are not that good. Like I knew the Raptors were gonna win that series, but I really did not think they were gonna beat the 76ers. And if it weren't for one shot
4 bounces?
from the robot that took 4 bounces to get in, they wouldn't have beat the 76ers. But
Yeah. I don't know. I think the
Hey,
Bucks
the
will pull it out, but it makes me have some doubt for the postseason. Freaking Raptors could take it and go to the finals. Who knows?
Clippers or Mavericks, I think Clippers in
I want to say
5.
5, but yeah,
5.
but they'll keep
I
it
mean,
close.
I think the Clippers are going to win it all this year, even though they're so kind of disjointed still because you got Kawhi and Paul George taking the whole regular season off, and then Lou Will going to the strip club, and Montrezl Harrell needing some snooky time too. So those guys weren't in the bubble, and so they really
Harold for
haven't.
different reasons.
Well, it was a funeral, but you
Yeah.
got some snooky in there too. They haven't really came together and clicked yet, but I think they'll have time to do it in the playoffs
I
because
mean, playing every other day, yeah, I think they'll get used to it eventually.
Yeah.
Dude, Rockets Thunder. That was very disappointing.
Yeah, I thought Steven Adams was going to just take over.
He's not that type of player, though.
That's what's so frustrating because he could be. Like he'll give you 15 and 12.
15,
15 15 no problem. Shooting
But
50% from the field, and
it's not like him creating his own shot, though. It's usually just like, on a dish.
no,
Just
it's
like, boom.
he never initiates anything. It's only, hey, if this is the smart basketball play, I will make it.
Because like what they were doing last night is like, Adams just posts up, and it's like, that's not a good. I don't like that offense. And then they just, I don't know, they didn't have a bench that game at all. Like, oh my
Yeah,
man.
and I mean, you got to play better defense on James. If he goes 6 of 13 from the 3-point line, the Thunder are going to lose every game. I like how they were slow to switch off of him. Like Robert Covington was 1 of 5 from the 3, and Daniel House was 1 of 4. I think you just say, you know what, James, we're going to let you get 37, and we're going to make sure nobody else hits a shot.
Yeah,
But
they just had Eric Gordon going off.
And Jeff Green with 22 points on the bench will probably not happen again. But
no, they said last night. They said Ben McLemore is the Rockets' best 3-point shooter.
Like percentage-wise, he is?
Percentage. Well, they just said in general, but yeah, we looked it up last night, and he's shooting like 40%.
Well, every shot he takes is wide open because either James or Russell or both is double teamed.
Yeah.
Also, Ben McLemore was elite in college.
Woo,
like,
look at you.
Yeah, don't forget how good Ben McLemore actually is. But yeah, Austin Rivers needs to give them more. I think I'm going to take the Rockets in.
I think 5 or 6.
6
at this point with that game last night. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Thunder just, I mean, they played about how you would expect them to play, other than Shea underperformed and Dennis Schroeder underperformed. But other than that, I mean, they kind of
did play good defense on Harden. From what?
Yeah, he played good defense, but he was 0 of 5 from the 3-point line.
Yeah, they just had a really bad shooting night.
And they 37% from the 3-point line. I bet that's their average or above their average.
They're also playing like all hero ball.
Yeah. Well, they beat the Rockets by 10 rebounds, so they kind of did a lot of the things they needed to do other than play defense.
You know what's awesome? The Lakers shooting 15% from 3.
Holy cow.
15.
Holy smokes. And Anthony Davis having one of the worst 28 and 11 nights ever.
Hey, you know what KCP got you?
1 more point than me, baby.
A breadstick. 1.1 rebound,
Yep.
1 assist.
That's a triple single. He only had 1 more rebound, 1 more assist, and 1 more point than you did.
He had 3 steals, but 1 turnover and 3 personal fouls. So
yeah.
It kind of all evens out.
Yeah. So Shaq always talks about the others in the playoffs because, LeBron's going to give you 23, Anthony Davis is going to give you 25. That's just what they had. Both
Yeah.
of them were very inefficient last night. But
Yeah.
Shaq always talks about the others, and KCP having 1 point, not going to do it. JaVale McGee having 6 points, not going to do it, even though it was an efficient 6 points. Alex Caruso playing 29 minutes, having 2 points. Played good defense, but not going to do it. You know what they need to do? Break the glass in case of emergency and put Deion Waiters and J.R. Smith in.
Dude,
Start them.
Danny Green going typical playoffs mode.
Oh my goodness. Yep. 2 of 8
2 of 8
from the
from
3-point line.
5 personal fouls.
You
Well, I
just
mean, like
the best defense you can play on Danny Green is leave him wide open because then he'll miss it.
the Trailblazers is like a pretty good matchup for the Lakers because it's so opposite of what they are. They have really good guards, and then like not super great D.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think the problem for the Lakers is they're a great defensive team, but they're not a great scoring team. But the Trailblazers are a great scoring team because of their backcourt, and
Yeah.
the Lakers' backcourt isn't very good. I mean, Alex Caruso plays decent defense. Like he's a pretty good defender, but he's never having to guard the star of a team,
Yeah.
which guarding Damian and guarding CJ is a harder guard than he's guarded all summer. And then, I mean, who else is Danny Green? Danny Green's 34 years old and has a mohawk. He's not going to guard Damian Lillard. He's way too slow. They just without. I mean, they don't.
And thanks for tuning in to the basketball segment. I'm gonna cut you off there, Reed, because I think we all know what you meant.
Fine, yeah, whatever. Cut me off.
I mean, do you want to finish?
No, I'm just gonna. My song of the week is called "I Am the Changer" by Cotton Jones. It's pretty slow. Kind of sounds like Foles, but just 100 times better. So, this is "I Am the Changer" by Cotton Jones.
I'm standing by the passing train. Might have coughed in the rain. Dropped a dollar down the gutter.
It is pretty slow. That feels like it's like a rainy day thing.
I honestly don't know what these people would listen to if we didn't give them all these great recommendations from me.
I know, like, and then when you're having a down day, you want to listen to that. I don't even know what it's called because I totally just forgot. You know what my song of the week is?
I swear, if it's another meme song,
It's Timber by Pitbull and Kesha.
yeah, okay. Yeah, that's all from us for holes in your drywall.
No, we're not cutting up
So-
because I am the one that chooses that. I'm not gonna play it because I think we all know it. It was the song of the playoffs, like in 2012, 2013.
But even better than that, it was rewritten to be about the playoffs.
Yes, but it has a line dance. Yes, I know. Timber line dance, favorite line dance of all. Shout out Club Rodeo for teaching me that. Yeah. Do you have any things you want to say for 20? Okay, you're loading up Warzone. Looks like
I'm not loading up Warzone. Yeah, last
The
thing I'll
20th.
say is shout out to HelloFresh, freshly prepared healthy meals for you every week.
we don't
Thanks for
get
sponsoring
paid,
this
so-
ad.
No,
I love HelloFresh though.
I know. Maybe you should reach out and see if they will sponsor us.
I'll do that.
Please do that.
If everyone could listen to this 48 times, I think
we can
I-
afford HelloFresh
think-
for the next month.
yeah, I think our viewership would be up if you all listen to this episode 48 times, and maybe go back and listen to all the other ones 48
Dude,
times.
we almost
as
hit
well.
100 on one of our episodes. So just shout out to you guys.
Yep.
Keep sharing this.
Yep. So we keep blowing up, and then we can act like we don't
Like,
know you.
Don't know nobody. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
exactly what we want to do.
Yeah, and Aaron will maybe stop getting off Reddit, or at least making the joke about not knowing what Reddit
Never
is.
been on that website at all. Not while
Oh,
we're
okay.
doing the pod.
Well, if you've never
Hey.
been on it, we should probably just cut this
Maybe
pod
we
off
should just
here.
Yeah, I'll post this to some weather or some website called Reddit. It's read
Yep.
it.
Yep.
Yeah, well, thank you for 20 great holes. We're ready to put another one next week.
My name's Jeff.
My name Jeff. Good pod.
My name Jeff. Good bud.
This has been the Holes in Your Drywall podcast. Thank you for being a loyal drywaller. Peace out.